I have a tag video for you today. This is the reading habits tag, and this was started by the Book Jazz, and I was very kindly tagged by Sue Morrow at Sue's Book Nook. I think I said that right, Sue. And it's basically just all about your reading habits, what you do while reading. I have the questions written down, so if I'm looking down, that's why. Okay, question 1. Do you have a certain place at home for reading? I kind of normally am reading in my bedroom, on my bed, just because it's quiet and comfortable. And if I have the house to myself, then I'll probably read in the living room, on the sofa, again because it's comfortable. But normally if there are people at home, the living room is quite noisy, so that's why I'm normally in my room. Question 2, bookmark or random piece of paper? I love bookmarks. I'm amassing quite a collection. I just love them. The one that I use the most, which is currently in use, is my 3D Panther bookmark. I love this bookmark, and that's the one I use the most, but I do have quite a collection going on. I have my Toy Story bookmarks. I love these. I have my name bookmark. This was a present from my grandma. See here. And I have my stained glass bookmark, my keep calm and carry on reading bookmark, my Egyptian bookmarks, and I've even got to the point where I've started making bookmarks. I don't like to use random bits of paper. I love to have bookmarks. I really like a Twilight bookmark, but I haven't really found a decent one here in the UK. And also I'd love the Avatar bookmark that Ryan at Ryan Reads Books has. I love that bookmark, but again I can't find that here in the UK either. So do you guys in the US have decent Twilight bookmarks? Let me know, because I can't seem to find a decent one here in the UK, and it's very frustrating. Anyway, that's off topic. 3. Can you just stop reading, or do you have to stop after a chapter / at a certain amount of pages? If I'm stopping for the night or I'm going to go do something, I like to stop at the end of a chapter, because often it's then easier to pick up where you left off, because you're not trying to hunt the sentence that you finished off where in the page it is, and it very often flows better than just leaving it just on a random page. However, if like the phone rings or the doorbell goes, then obviously you haven't got much of a choice. But if I'm stopping reading for any reason, it's normally at the end of a chapter. 4. Do you eat or drink while reading? I don't eat. I like to keep my books really nice, so I don't do anything that's going to risk them getting gross, and that's eating near them. So I don't do that. I do normally have a drink nearby. 5. Multitasking. Music or TV while reading? No, I don't like to have the TV on or music on. When I read, I like it to be the only thing that I'm doing. I find music too distracting while I read, and the same with the TV. 6. One book at a time or several at once? I'm a one book at a time person. I like to give the book I'm reading my whole attention, so I don't like to read more than one book, because then I get confused, and often I find I get too into one book to stop it to read another one. So there's that. Reading at home or everywhere? I'm an everywhere person. Normally anywhere I go I have a book on me. If I go to my grandparents in the evening to go and see them, I take a book. The only place I don't really take a book is when I'm going out with friends, because when I'm with them, obviously I'm not going to be reading. But yeah, I normally take a book everywhere. I remember once we had a family Christmas meal at a restaurant in the run up to Christmas. It's like family and family friends all go to this big meal, and this must have been when I was 13 or 14. I was reading Meg Cabot's Princess Diaries book 6, and I was so into it I couldn't leave it at home, so I took it to this Christmas meal and I sat and I read it, and it was so antisocial and rude, but the book was just too good, I couldn't leave it at home. 8. Reading out loud or silently in your head? I'm a silently in your head person. I find if I read out loud, especially if I had to read out loud in class, I trip over my words. I get very nervous when I read out loud in front of people. So I'm a silently in my head person. But sometimes, I don't know if you guys get this, but when you're reading a sentence or a paragraph and it just does not make sense to you, you haven't got a clue what's going on, and you can reread it and you have no idea. It just doesn't sink in. Like when you look at the time and then you have to look again because you didn't take it in. It's a bit like that. Then I will try and read that sentence out loud to see if it makes more sense out loud. So sometimes I do that, but I don't like read pages and pages out loud. 9. Do you read ahead or even skip pages? No, I don't read ahead. Sometimes I like flick through and see how long it is to the next chapter, but I don't actually read. 10. Breaking the spine or keeping it like new. I hate broken spines. Like on the shelf, the spine is what you see, so I like it to be pristine. Sue said this in her video. Yes, UK people prefer US paperbacks because they are floppier. The binding isn't so like tight as it is here in the UK. The binding in it is so tight that as soon as you like bend it to read the middle of the book, it does crease and it snaps. It's horrible. Whereas US paperbacks don't do that. So yeah, UK people definitely prefer US paperbacks. When I say that to my mum or like friends or family, they look at me as if I'm crazy. Only in the booktubes do people understand. 11. Do you write in your books? No. 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 I like to keep it like new, so I definitely don't write in my books. The only time I will write in a book is if it's like a textbook. Like for my English A level, I had to study Hamlet and like poetry anthologies and stuff, and those kind of notes are best to have in the book because obviously you can't remember everything. So even then I wrote in pencil or I used tabs. I even won't write in a textbook. It's sacrilege, that's what it is. And 12 is, who do you tag? I'm gonna tag Daniel at Book Disorders and Hazel at Chocolate Queen 20000. I think I put the right number of O's on there. So yeah, thanks so much for watching and happy reading.